Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Shenanigamers Podcast. This is our 6th official episode, and Cody's doing some stuff right now. I am Felix. I'm here joined by Mr. Cody. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Also joined by Frank. How you doing?
I'm doing well as well.
Phil and Mark. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I got caffeine coursing through my blood and veins, all that good stuff.
Me.
All right, Phil. How you doing?
I'm doing fine now.
Oh my god!
I was like, whoa, he tried throwing a curveball. Me and Phil
guys
looked
are-
at each other.
Yeah, you guys are a
All
package deal.
confused.
Yeah, you missed Phil's face. He was like, what?
The hell?
He wasn't ready for the double question.
All right, so we got some things to talk about, some news. Well, first off, let's start off with the Falcon and Winter Soldier,
Oh,
episode
yeah.
1.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming all of us have seen it besides Phil.
I'm sorry I
He's
can't
up.
afford Disney Plus.
The odd one out.
Oh, all right, so
You'll learn.
let's go with what you guys thought about the episode 1, Mr. Cody.
I took some notes on this. Okay. just like I'm just gonna run through them real quick. Okay. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I saw it twice. I saw it the night it came out on my phone, and then I saw it last night just to get a refresh on my TV. So it was a lot better on the TV, obviously. So what I have written down is I have great action. I thought the action, I mean, it's nothing that's really unique, but I thought it was good, especially like the whole Falcon sequence in the beginning where he's flying, and then
Spoiler warning.
spoiler warning,
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
We always do those late.
Yeah, and then he always like he makes like a mistake, and he's like in this canyon, he scrapes his wings, and he's like, oh, and he readjusts and stuff. So it's like he's still kind of learning. Thought that was cool. I thought everything was great when it came to Bucky, and how he was in his like therapist session, and she's like, have you had any nightmares? And he's like, no. And right before it shows the nightmare, so he's lying. She knows that he's lying. And then he's like, I've been going from one fight to the next for 90 years. I just want peace. And then the therapist was like, well, I was a great soldier. The being alone is the most personal hell that I could imagine. So Bucky's dealing with all of this, and it's a great setup for his character arc throughout this whole series. And then especially with him and the old man, I forgot his name. I think it's like Nakamura or something.
Yeah.
Like Yori.
The old Asian man that
Yeah.
owns the shop. Yeah.
Yeah, and how everything with his son. And then there's a reveal at the end that in the Winter Soldier's nightmare that he killed his son. He's trying to make amends, but he just can't bring himself to tell him that, hey, I killed your son. I'm sorry. This is my amends.
Mm-hmm.
It's very personal for him. And I also thought it was great with what they're doing with Sam's character, because there's a great subtext in the whole episode where you're kind of thinking, like, is the world ready for a black Captain America? Sam doesn't think so, with all the struggles that he's going in throughout this episode and his family and everything. And then even the government, they're pressuring him. They're like, hey, give us the shield. Thank you for giving us the shield. And then at the end, there's that reveal of, hey, here's a new Captain America, which is U.S. Agent from the comics.
Mm-hmm.
But altogether, I thought the show, it was a great setup for how, like, the overarching kind of narrative. The only thing I didn't really care for is, like, the whole Flag Smasher stuff. Because I'm like, I feel like, of course, I want to see more. But I feel like now it has a really good chance of becoming very generic. And that's not what I want to see. So I'd give it, like, 8, maybe 8.5 out of 10 for the whole thing. And I also, I wanted to point out how diverse the cast is. Because you have, everybody. You got your white people, you have your black people, Asian people, and then you have Torres, who's like the one like Hispanic character. And he becomes Falcon in the comics too. So I'm really excited to see where his character goes.
All right, Frank, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so with my thoughts with Falcon
Take any
and Winter
notes?
Soldier, I didn't take any notes, but I seen it twice. Once when it released, and then second halfway because my girlfriend's I guess had a gas leak. Sorry, Arcelia. But to explain everything, so when you're talking about like Winter Soldier's past, and then him going through all that, through all those nightmares, he's been a soldier, so he is going to get traumatized like, any other soldier, like having those nightmares. And then
and he remembers all the stuff that he did as the Winter Soldier.
yes, plus his psychologist is like, hey, you're lying to me, it's the truth, facts, you're a soldier, you're gonna get these traumas, experiences, and all that stuff. And then again, breaking into Sam's character, like you were saying, not because he wants to be as the black, like you said, a black Captain America. It's the role of Captain America himself, because I don't know if you guys watch like anime, but My Hero Academia, I'm using as a reference. So there's this character named All Might. I'm gonna, go through this. So he's the symbol of hope for Japan. And then after he fought this villain and he's gonna retire, there was no, I guess the government's like, hey, without him, there's no like symbol of peace or symbol of hope, because villains and criminals are gonna, take over. Same thing as Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, hey, there's no Captain America to represent the United States. It's gonna be these villains or these, what is it called? The Flag
Smashers.
Flag Smashers. So say if these terrorist groups come to America and without a symbol of peace and hope, the United States will crumble down. And then that's how I saw it when it came to that. It got me that reference that, if Sam doesn't want to be Captain America, the government's like, hey, you know what? We're going to make someone Captain America to know that, hey, we're not weak. We're a strong group. And then the point where it came to like when Sam told his sister, hey, don't worry, I got this. We're going to go to the bank and try to get money for like the housing for the boat. Apparently the banker's like, hey, no, that does not work. And then he made the comment, did Stargate ever paid you money?
That's
so
funny.
That was kind of funny, but it really hit the realize that, even though you're a superhero or you're someone famous, that, you're not going to get treated better than, like as a special individual. Even though for heroes, even though Sam was a hero, after this whole blip, it sort of made like the world like really messed up, even in the government of that particular show.
And that's what I was saying about subtext, is because Sam's sister, I don't know her name, but she delivers a really great line where it's like, things always seem to close around or like to tighten around people like us. And it's true, in American society, historically, black people haven't really been given the best opportunities. And it's not like ham-fisted. They're not shoving it in your face, but they're delivering it in a way to where you can infer stuff like that. Because, at the end of Endgame, Steve gives Sam the shield, and he's like, this is yours now. He wants him to take up the mantle of Captain America. But Sam doesn't think so. And even Rhodey was like, why didn't you take up that mantle? And, I think that the show is going to deal with that from now on.
Yeah, I feel like I said, Sam's character is going to develop, and then he's going to realize, I've got to be the Captain America from there. But other than that, I really enjoyed the first episode, so I would give it an 8.5. In my point of view, it's gonna get so like WandaVision, but it should get better on with the later episodes.
All right, Mark.
All right. Yeah, I fully agree with what Frank and Cody have said. I love how they're kind of like WandaVision kind of avoided it a little bit. They kind of touched on it a little bit, like the effects of the world's societies after the blip. And I feel like since this show is more world based from the first episode, like it takes place in like different parts of the world, I feel like they're going to really touch on that and maybe like have a little subtle like hints of like how society is today in some parts of the world and whatnot. I'm not going to get too into that part, but overall, I think my favorite parts of this first episode were just Bucky's like parts.
Yeah, I really enjoyed his arc.
Oh my god, it was so good. Like when I saw the dream sequence, I was like, okay, we're getting a little bit of like evil Winter Soldier in there. Like even though he's not that guy anymore, like we're still getting like hints of it. And you even get the same like soundtrack from the Winter Soldier movie when it's his dream vision. So it was pretty cool to see. And then like it was just really like showstopper when you realize you see the little shrine in the old man's like house or apartment of his son, and then it doesn't blatantly tell you like, oh, this is why he's doing this. It just kind of like eases into it, and when you finally see it, you're like, oh damn.
And the look on Bucky's face too, he's like,
like you can see the pain that he physically cannot tell this guy that he killed his son, and I'm just like, oh, this is so good. And I love the parts with Sam too, like especially the bank, like you were saying, Frank.
Yeah.
Where he got no special treatment, and he was actually recognized as an Avenger and like a hero of the world and everything, and they didn't care. They were just like, sorry, dude, we can't help you.
Yeah, and that's how banks are.
Yeah, and it's just funny, like how like, you know, you expect that since he's a hero, he's gonna be filthy rich, you know, but this movie basically explains like no, not everybody's rich, you know.
Yeah, it showed that the Avengers need to unionize.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd give it a strong like 8.5 almost, and I'm really excited to see like Zemo come into it. He didn't come in this first episode, which is fine. I don't think they should rush things, and I like how they didn't have Bucky and Sam like team up on the first episode. Like, that's very smart in my opinion to like ease into it. And then like I like how Rhodey's in there. I think there's rumors that he's gonna be in there again, like as War Machine to set up armor wars and whatnot.
Yeah, probably.
And I like the capacity that he was in for this first episode. Like, it makes sense for him to be there. He's a government, like, you know, person, so obviously he should
military
be.
Personnel.
Yeah, he's in Air Force.
Yeah, exactly. So he should be there at like the shield stuff. You know, anything that has to do with Captain America, like it's kind of like should be there. And I like how he kind of called out Sam, like, why didn't you do it? Like, Steve wanted you to do it. And I thought it was really cool how you didn't get Falcon as Captain America episode 1, like the trailers had initially showed, you know?
Yeah.
And I like how Sam's basically dealing with the fact that there's no Captain America. And, yeah, I think it's just really cool. Like, I give it a strong 8.5. Overall, I think this series I'm going to enjoy a little bit more than WandaVision. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. What'd you think, Felix?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It is by far a lot better than WandaVision.
I knew you would.
Mm-hmm.
Told you.
Yeah, action scenes are all right. The camera work and the Falcon flying scene is a little choppy, but yeah, action's all right. But episode 1 is all about they're actually building the characters of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Because especially with Bucky, this is the first time he's actually had any real characterization, and it's pretty good. Like, yeah, the first time you see him, it's in a dream sequence. And you see him, I was like, oh, he has a silver arm. Okay, so this is in the past. And yeah, he wakes up, it's a nightmare, and he's in the therapist, and he's talking to the therapist. And I felt that was pretty good. That was believable for the characters.
Yeah.
And then again, when he goes up and he has the old man as a friend, I was like, oh, the old man's probably the dad of the kid that he killed. I was like, oh. And it was nice to see that play out. How Bucky's trying to deal with the stuff he's done when he was brainwashed.
Yeah, the guilt.
And the fact that he is 100 years old because he's trying to go out with that one lady.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty funny, too. Bucky going on a
he
date.
brings her flowers, and the girl's like, oh, that's nice. It's old-fashioned. He's like, oh, yeah, old-fashioned, yeah.
and then he was talking about, they were talking about online dating, and he was saying how he didn't really understand it. And then she was like, you talk like you're my dad. How old are you?
Yeah, and so I like the dating scene, and then
Yeah,
there's a lot of character development with Bucky in this.
Yeah, I
was
loved
really
it.
good.
It
And
was
with
really
Sam
good.
as well, I liked it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't see any racial undertones or whatever Cody is saying. I just see it as him. You know, he doesn't feel that he's up to the mantle of Captain America. Because that's why this entire episode, his character art in this episode is him just being like, yeah, I don't think I can do the Captain America thing.
Yeah, like he's not good enough. Oh,
And so when
okay.
he gives the shield to the government it's like, all right, well, he doesn't want to do it. We'll just make her own. And then it was the same with War Machine. War Machine was there, and you know, Rhodey, he's like, you know, what's going on? You know, how you doing? And he's like, yeah, I just don't feel like I can do it myself.
Yeah, I think he says in that sequence too with Rhodey, like, Steve said it belonged to me, but I said it feels like it belongs to someone else.
He doesn't feel. I feel like that's going to be the majority of his character development through the show. So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to Winter Soldier also helping him along the way because he knew Captain America personally.
Yeah, like
he
they
was his
grew up
best
together.
friend.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he's going to play a part in helping him as well as Sam helping him get over his trauma. Because when we first meet Sam, he's doing the running laps, you know, in DC, and he's doing the group therapy session.
Oh, that's right. Vets, he does do that. Yeah.
And so I feel like he's going to try to help Bucky in a way. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and the only racial thing that I saw was the comment in the bank where the sister was like, yeah, it happens to people around us. I was like, huh? And that was cool. That was the only racial thing I see in it. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I would say this episode 1 is pretty good. I would give it an 8. Yeah. Solid 8. Way better than WandaVision. They should have started with this show.
Well, it was supposed to start with Black Widow.
Yeah, it's supposed to. Well, that got pushed back.
Yeah, but I don't think Black Widow would develop the story of like the MCU any further since it's a movie that takes place in the past.
Yeah, and like I was saying, like it seems like it's hopefully going to be the last of like the big dumb action movies, quote unquote, that Marvel's doing or they used to do, because I want them to get weird in Phase 4. And that's what I really like about these TV shows that they're doing, is because in the movies they don't really give time really for character development. So with these shows they have a bigger opportunity to do, because like season 1 of WandaVision was 6 hours. They said that Loki and Falcon and the Winter Soldier are also going to be 6 hours, so we can assume that every series going forward is going to be 6 hours long. So you have 6 hours instead of 2 hours to develop that character. So I think that's a really good opportunity.
Yeah, and I feel like just in episode 1, like, holy crap. Compared to all the movies that you've seen in the MCU, like, just this one episode makes Bucky and Sam just more relatable and, like, like I didn't really care for them too much in the past, you know, because they were just two side characters
supporters, that were just there to help Captain America. They didn't give any thought to him at all until
then in this 45 minutes or 40 minutes, they completely made up for that. I was like, holy crap.
See, what I think that they were doing in the beginning is they were relying on people's knowledge of like the source material of the comics to kind of fill in that character development. And then now they're like, well, the MCU is its own thing now. Yeah. So let's give these characters more time to develop. Yeah. And let's make them our own. So I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So overall, an 8, I would say, as an average.
Super excited for this series.
Can't wait for next episode.
Yeah, I really hope Zemo shows
this time
up.
I'm like, oh my God, I want to see it.
Yeah, because there's a rumor going around that Zemo has, you know how Zemo in the past, in the comics, he has the glue accident in World War II with Captain America, blah, 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 blah. But in this one, apparently, he has the purple mask to imitate Thanos. So he can, like, intimidate his foes. I think that's a great idea. That's so cool. Yeah, I think that'd be awesome.
It's like a modern take.
Yeah, and I love that because it makes sense. It's purple, it looks like Thanos. Like, I think it'd be really cool for him to do.
I heard that. I'm like, how many people actually saw Thanos, though?
But, yeah, that's true. Like, they probably have him in, like, news footage or something like that. I'm assuming. I don't know. But I think that'd be really cool. Like, for the heroes, though, like, for him to imitate the heroes, because the heroes obviously know who Thanos is. And if Zemo's wearing it, that's just really cool.
Yeah, for them, yeah. But for regular people, I'm like, nobody's besides the heroes have seen Thanos at all. So,
yeah.
All right. And now moving on to our next topic. We're all Xbox gamers. I think it's safe to say we're heavily biased in Xbox. That's the game console we've been playing for a decade and more now.
Yeah.
I mean, 20 years for me with the original.
Yeah, same here.
And since the original, their online functionality of Xbox has been called Xbox Live.
Yeah.
And recently, Xbox has just rebranded and changed it to Xbox Network.
Yeah.
What are some of your thoughts on that?
I feel like it's very minimal. Like it's not going to change much, but it's just bringing everything under one banner.
Yeah.
Kind of so that they can be like, instead of having Xbox Live and then Xbox Game Pass, is just all part of Xbox Network. It's just like an umbrella type thing for me.
To me, it sounds like an app for some reason. Xbox Network. So, like, I know Xbox Live was like the main focus of, like, you know, online multiplayer and all that. But, you know, rebranding it, I would say it'd be a little bit more confusing for those who played or are starting to play Xbox, or it's really, I don't know why they just rebranded. They should have just kept Xbox Live.
Yeah, I honestly I always loved the Xbox Live, because PlayStation has their
PlayStation Network.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like now it's just okay, it's did we really need to change it to Xbox
Well, what
Network?
they're doing is that they're actually streamlining it, because I think of all the different services Xbox has. They have Xbox Live, Xbox Live Gold, Game Pass Ultimate, and just they have even a couple more. Right?
Yeah, no, I understand
And
why
so
they did
it's
it.
confusing for newcomers. Like Frank said, he thinks it's going to be confusing. No, it's actually going to help streamline it and make people less confused. Because this is actually part of just one of the first steps that they're moving towards,
Yeah.
like a singular version. Because they're trying to get everything into Game Pass, and this is just one more step to get rid of that old system to bring it into the new.
Yeah.
Because they tried to raise the price to get people into Game Pass recently. Xbox, they tried to
Oh, they
raise
got so much
the
heat
live
for
price.
that.
Yeah,
I got so much.
yeah, because they're trying to get
Yeah.
rid of live, and this
Yeah.
is just another step towards that to
Well,
consolidate it
I
into
always
one
loved
service.
Xbox Live as a name. I just don't think they should have named it Xbox Network.
Yeah, I felt like Xbox Live was such a unique kind of name
Yeah.
for an online service because it's live.
Maybe
can
maybe
play it
it's just
whenever,
because
whenever.
we grew up with the Xbox Live thing, but now a lot of new people aren't gonna have that, I guess, that connection to the name. Maybe it's just that for
Yeah, well,
me.
you got to
You know what
remember
I mean?
is that when a kid nowadays goes and buys an Xbox, you get Xbox Live automatically, all right? But you don't get the multiplayer function of it. You don't get the party chat system of it. Because then you got to buy Xbox Gold, and the parents probably like, well, I thought we have Live already or Gold. It's just to help it, streamline it to make it.
Oh no, I understand why they're doing it. I just wish they didn't call it Network. That's my only thing for it.
Yeah, because what they're doing is they're doing the free-to-play multiplayer. You don't need Xbox Live Gold for it, and you don't need Gold for parties anymore. So it's they should have just announced that. They didn't have to change the name. They could have just announced that. It still could have been Xbox Live.
Well,
and
because it's all
Xbox
under
Game
the
Pass.
Xbox network now. Because before we started podcasting, I brought out my phone, and I was showing all you guys that you can how I was playing Halo on my phone through what's it called?
xCloud.
xCloud, yeah. And that's just one service. See, again,
Yeah.
that's just another service, but that's under the Xbox network now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's just one step they're moving to consolidate this into a single thing.
I wish they just kept Xbox Live, not as the main name, but somewhere in there. They could have kept it. But
well,
again, that's
also
just
because
me
we've been calling
nostalgia.
it Xbox Live for 18 years now.
Yeah, like I said, that's the only reason why I'm kind of sad is because I remember in high school we used to say, "Hey, you got Xbox Live? Hey, I could get you a 14-day trial. Here you go. Here you go." We were drug dealers for Xbox Live with each other.
Back in middle school and high school, whenever you bought a game, you would always get a little slip. Hey, here's a free 14-day trial of Xbox Live, or you bought this. All right, you get 3 months.
Yeah.
And we would always come together and be like, okay, I got this, we got this. All right, we can play in this. We'll activate this code, and you can activate that code, and we can play for this time.
Who doesn't have live?
Yeah, because we were all poor at the time.
Yeah. None of us were working or had jobs. We were just we were fiending for live or nee.
This feels like, I'm going to run around live stream. I was like, hey, Phil, I got you. I got a 2-week code. Here you go.
Yeah.
You got 2 weeks now to get something.
You have
And
2
he's
weeks to
"All
get
right,
2 weeks to get it.
All right,
And
thank
then
you."
it would be oh, it's my last day. Sorry, guys. I don't know when I'm going to be back on the party.
Yeah.
A couple weeks later,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah, I remember just $25 for 3 months. That was the way to go.
Mhm.
Because getting a year subscription for $60 was unheard of.
Yeah,
None of us would. That would be the holy grail for Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mom would be like, why it's so much money? And I tell her well, it's $50 for 6 months if you buy me the 3-month subscription. So which one would you rather do? She was like, well, I'll just get you the cheaper one for now. And I was like, okay. It's more expensive in the long run, but
Yeah.
I mean, especially for me growing up, is that I always had to go and do work to try to get money
Yeah.
because my parents wouldn't buy me anything. We were poor, so anything I wanted of any video game,
had to
anything
work
for
for
video
it.
games, I had to work for
You're
it.
going to grow hair on your chest.
Or if I ever had money, I would always ride my bike to 7-Eleven just to get 3 months of
Oh,
Xbox
man, I
Live.
remember that.
So this is just a
7-Eleven
nostalgia
runs.
thing for us
Yeah.
for the Xbox Live.
Yeah. You will be missed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I
End of an
understand
era.
why.
But yeah, it's just another step that they're moving forward. So it's
Yeah.
just wait and see where they're going because I feel like they're
Microsoft's
doing good.
Microsoft's doing really good too, and then they're also thinking about buying Discord too.
Yeah.
I heard that rumor is going around.
for like $10 billion.
Yeah,
Chump
those
change to them
That's
though.
chump change for Microsoft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's Microsoft.
That's
not-
a Microsoft.
Oh yeah,
not
I know that's
specifically
not
Xbox.
Yeah, I know.
But the thing is, Microsoft kind of ruined Skype, and then Zoom came in and took over.
Well, they didn't really care because what Microsoft did when they bought Skype is they took Skype's technology and used it to build Microsoft Teams.
Yeah.
That's what they did, and that's probably what they're going to do with Discord. Take their technology and do Discord, and give it to Xbox. But here, you can use this, whatever. It would probably help Xbox Party Chat because Xbox Party Chat's already great, so they don't really need
Yeah,
Discord.
I think it'd be cool if they kind of had a way for people on Discord and people who are on Xbox, since it's like Xbox is kind of like PC friendly.
Mm-hmm.
They could just have it where a party chat system to where both can like intertwine with
Mhm.
each other versus just having like one morphed thing. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
well, what they could probably do is just route the party chat through Discord and like a back end kind of thing,
yeah,
so that if someone's on Discord, they could just join your party, since it's on like the same kind of like network.
yeah, that would be better because
Yeah.
especially since Fall Guys and Among Us are like coming to Xbox, I feel like that'd be really cool if you
Yeah.
wanted to play
this
with
is a
PC
Microsoft
people.
acquisition. It's not an Xbox purchase. This is
No,
a
like
Microsoft
if
acquisition.
Xbox got their hands on it too,
Yeah.
you know.
So Microsoft is buying this for business reasons to probably take the Discord technology and use it in some other function, like they did with Skype. How they bought Skype and then used the Skype technology to build Teams. The Skype still exists. It's just they're just running themselves under Microsoft.
Yeah.
And Microsoft has their own platform, Teams, which is not right now like the second.
Yeah.
Especially because of last year with COVID, and right now
Yeah.
Zoom and Microsoft Teams took off.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just Microsoft, another purchase that they're going to use their technology to build something, and possibly they'll allow Xbox to get in on the Discord thing. So yeah. But yeah, this is a Microsoft purchase. People at PlayStation fanboys were freaking out over this on Twitter.
For the Discord?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that
Because
too.
they were like 10 billion. It's like, yeah, that's Microsoft. That's a chump change for Microsoft.
yeah.
Yeah, they're
Like
like a
people
$1 trillion
like-
corporation.
Like
Yeah.
7 billion is a chump change for Xbox. 10
Yeah.
billion for Microsoft is even less than that.
Yeah, they literally wiped their butts with that.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it's just a Microsoft thing.
Yeah. I don't see the problem with it. Like,
Mhm.
let them do what they want.
And keeping on the topic of rumors, apparently there was a rumor going around that the Ubisoft, Uplay Plus, their own subscription thing
Yeah.
they're talking about adding it. The rumor is to Game Pass.
I would love
So
that.
now not only on Game Pass, but you have the indie games,
Mm.
the Xbox first party games, Bethesda, EA, and now Ubisoft.
Yeah.
All on Game Pass.
Because I heard a lot of game developers actually love working under the Game Pass
indie
stuff,
developers are huge on Game Pass right
Yeah.
now.
which is fine by me. Shoot.
Yeah, like there's a big thing where I forgot what game it is, but there was one game that the developers, they wanted to take it off of Game Pass, or no, they didn't agree because Microsoft wanted it on Game Pass. I can't remember what game it is, but then the developers were like, no, how are we going to make money off of it? And then the project lead for Descenders, which is like a BMX kind of game, he was like, I love working under this Game Pass thing because you would think that when people play the game on Game Pass, they won't buy it, right? Because you're playing it for free. But he said what actually is happening is that they decide that they want to support us, so then they buy our game, even though they can play it for free on Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah.
And so it's like a really cool thing. I don't do that personally. And I think it's great for the people who do, who want to support those developers.
Oh,
Were you gonna say something?
just I didn't want to cut you off. I just wanted to let you know I wanted to talk. But to go on that, it's kind of like how we're all playing Dead by Daylight right now. We're not buying it, but
Mhm.
we're buying the serial
The
killers.
characters, yeah.
Exactly. Because it's on Game Pass and it's free, we're technically doing that,
Mhm.
but not in like buying the whole game.
And that's why these indie developers love Game Pass, because just being on Game Pass, it gives them exposure.
Yeah.
I was scrolling through Game Pass the other day. I was looking at games. I was like, that
Yes.
looks kind of cool.
Exactly.
I was thinking about that maybe.
yeah.
And so that's what these indie developers love, is that just people, it's on Game Pass. Yeah, hundreds of games there that you can just play.
Yeah.
You can install it, play it. You like it, yeah, you can buy it, or you can buy the microtransactions on it, supporting the developers.
I played Donut County like a month or two ago. I just love that game. You play as a raccoon who quote unquote delivers donuts that are holes in the ground. You just suck things in the ground, and it's like maybe a 3-hour experience. It's pretty cool. It's a funny little game, and I think it was only made by like a handful of people.
Yeah.
But going back to the Ubisoft thing, a lot of what I'm seeing on Twitter is like people are like, how can Game Pass get better? Because it's already a fantastic deal. And for the price, it's a steal. That rhymed.
Yeah. You advertising for them?
For Ultimate, $15 a month.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Yeah. And even
$100 a year. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, it's just such a great deal. And then people are like, how can this even get better? And then with this rumor, people are like, well, there you go. It's just getting better. But I kind of don't want this to happen right now, because with the whole Bethesda thing, I wish it would happen in the future, kind of a staggered growth, because like I was saying, like people are saying, how can this get better? I don't see how it can get better after the Ubisoft thing, other than like first party titles and different exclusive deals here. But I mean, it's going to be great, but I think what Microsoft needs is they need to stay in the news cycle. And right now they're doing that, but I think that's going to end at some point, because you could only have so many major announcements and major like deals and purchases that it's going to drop off at some point. But I'm excited. I really hope this rumor is true. I want to play all these Ubisoft games, because I do like Ubisoft games. But
For free.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah.
Or for the subscription price.
Yeah.
But it's like
$1 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like, you know, I like Ubisoft games even though they have their issues. So I'm excited about this news.
Yeah, it's
hope
just
it's
a
true.
rumor. It's probably not going to happen right now, Cody, so you're fine.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying,
Because
like,
the EA, you're talking about adding it right now. EA was at it like 2 weeks ago, just before a Bethesda game. So
well,
it's not really going to be a big deal.
That was on PC. EA was added on console months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, for their news cycle, I think they should be doing it later.
Yeah,
like,
they're fine. Game Pass
the
will
end of the
continue to
year.
grow. Will continue to get better regardless if they add Ubisoft right now or whatever. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it can't happen.
Oh, I
So-
know. But I'm just
step by steps.
I'm afraid of it getting too big, and I don't want there to be a price hike, because I feel like 15 is the perfect price.
Yeah.
Like 15 a month.
They should just stay there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because right now, if they add Ubisoft to it, that's going to be huge. Because Ubisoft already has hundreds of games.
Yeah.
There's more
I feel like it's just
on
gonna be
top
too
of the
much.
hundreds of games Game Pass has on it right now. That's going to be hundreds more from Ubisoft.
Yeah, and not even all the Bethesda games are on Game Pass yet. I don't think so. Not all of them.
No,
right?
the deal's still being
Okay.
more or less finalized.
Yeah, see, like let Bethesda digest into Xbox first before going in. Like I agree with Cody. They should wait if they're gonna.
Yeah,
If it is true.
they're under Xbox now officially fully.
Oh no, I meant for the Ubisoft thing.
Mm-hmm.
They should definitely wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
well, it's just a partner deal.
No, I know.
the
I'm just
EA
saying,
thing.
like, they should hold off while Bethesda's still like fresh and like we're part of Xbox.
Yeah,
You know, give it
like I said,
time.
it's just a rumor.
Oh no,
It's not
I'm just
going
saying.
to happen.
No, I'm just
right
saying if it
now.
is true, like,
If it is true, it'll happen later.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like later, that'd be good.
Mhm.
So yeah, Felix, it's that time of the
Oh,
episode.
it's that time.
Yes.
Yeah, where's
Felix
our
fun
Felix
facts.
Felix fun fact.
Felix fun fact.
Is it written down?
All right, yeah, no, I got it saved. So this
Nice.
is a fun fact.
Oh, a
I
fun
feel
fact.
like it's an American history fun fact.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right, so everybody knows who Paul Revere is, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody knows the Paul Revere's Midnight Ride, where
Mhm.
he,
Beastie Boys.
no,
I couldn't help myself. It's too easy.
yeah.
First
So
thing I thought of too.
Yeah.
everybody knows the story. Paul Revere, saw the two lanterns and went galloping on a horse through Boston all the way to Concord and Lexington, shouting, "The British are coming! The British are coming!"
Mm.
Well, first thing first, it wasn't his horse he was riding. It was a horse he borrowed.
Oh, really?
Second thing, he was not shouting, "The British are coming." He was going door to door quietly because it was, it was a secret thing.
Mm.
He was going door to door quietly. Going, "Hey, knock, knock. Yeah? All right, hey, get your gun. The British are coming. All right, get your gun. All right, and he can go on to the next house."
So he wasn't never yelling.
Yeah.
Aw.
Second thing first, he also wasn't the only one. I think there were two other riders.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, that were going through as well. And the third thing, he was arrested before midnight. He never made it really outside of Boston. He
That's
was
funny.
arrested.
Arrested? That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So the Paul Revere midnight ride is actually just a big lie.
You know what's funny? It sounds like a Colonial Grand Theft Auto right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like GTA.
Well, I mean, that's how the revolution was,
He
basically.
got too many stars for stealing the horse, and then
Wasted.
the British got him.
Mhm.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's just a fun fact because
Mhm.
everybody thinks Paul Revere made it all the way to Concord and Lexington, shouting the entire night, "British are coming!" No,
Yeah.
yeah, he borrowed a horse, went door to door quietly, and was arrested around midnight.
That's hella funny.
Mm-hmm. So, that's a fun
Felix
fact.
fun fact.
Da-da-da-dun.
Got a jingle
facts.
now.
Yeah, we gotta give you a jingle. Oh man, that's funny.
All right. Well, speaking of funny, let's move on to the next fun topic. EA was in the
Ooh.
gaming news recently.
That doesn't sound
Again.
too fun.
Oh, and it's
Oh.
EA. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
Not gonna be fun.
So, how many of you actually played an EA Sports game on like the mobile version on a phone or on the console?
I haven't played a mobile version, but when I bought my Xbox 360 back in the day, the guy that sold it to me, he gave me NHL like
That's 2K.
10.
Yeah, that's not EA.
No, it's EA.
NHL.
EA does an NHL.
Yeah, I think
They
so.
do NHL, FIFA.
They
and
do
Madden.
all the sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2K
no,
does basketball.
Yeah, I was gonna say except
Yeah,
for
no,
basketball.
2K right now does basketball and NHL. I think.
No, EA does NHL.
Hmm.
Look on your Game Pass app. Go on the EA Play.
Ooh.
That's right.
Oh yeah, Madden's on Game Pass too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like NHL 09 or something.
Yeah. So
It's
that's
old.
before what we're talking about then.
Yeah. But that's my experience. I played like
Yeah.
one round and didn't know how to play it and never
Cody's
picked
not
it
into
up
the
again.
sports.
I
I
played.
still have it, but
I played
I've never played it.
Madden back in like 2013. That was the last time I ever touched
Yeah.
a EA Sports game.
Yeah, the last one I played was Madden NFL 2017, 2018, I think.
Oh damn! So
Recent.
you're more recent.
I love football, man. Raider Nation, man.
Yes, Raiders. Well, I've been playing Madden 21 recently, and then I knew a couple of my coworkers, they play FIFA, so...
So on PlayStation.
Well, yes.
Okay,
PlayStation.
because I'm like when you're
PlayStation
online.
and Xbox, too, so...
Yeah, well, yeah. Ultimate Team is a huge thing
Mm.
for EA. That's where they make all their money.
Yeah.
Is the random gambling of people just trying to get a good character,
Mm.
good, athlete, whatever for whatever sport they're playing on
Yeah.
their team,
Uh-huh.
so they can play online and win.
Mm.
And it's entirely gambling. It's online gambling that is just random chance.
Yeah.
And EA employees have been secretly selling top tier players on the black market for thousands of dollars each to people.
Oh boy.
So there's people out there paying like $4,000 to fill out their team with the best players they can straight from EA without having to go through the loot boxes.
And they just got over with they just put out the fire for Battlefront 2's loot box debacle,
Mhm.
and then they do this.
Uh-huh.
They ain't surviving this one.
And they just got some goodwill too, because like a month or two ago, the CEO Andrew Wilson, I
Yeah.
think that's his name. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna focus on single player story games because they saw how well Jedi Fallen Order did, and they were like, yeah, let's double down on that." So everyone was like, "Yay, EA, finally learning!" And then this stuff happens, and everyone's like, "Never mind."
Yeah. EA employees taking advantage of the shitty system that they themselves have built.
Man, that's
something.
I
That's
just
bad
think
news.
microtransactions are a plague, and I don't think that they should exist.
no.
And this is a direct result of that, is people trying to avoid that. So then they just go right to the source. And it's like, I mean, the people can be blamed a little bit. I wouldn't say it's their fault, but I say, why are you going to spend $1,000 for a character? Like, do you really care that much about the game? But I do think that it's the company's fault because they created the system that bred this kind of behavior.
yeah.
Right. But realizing that people are buying microtransactions for reactions, because you do see a lot on YouTube, and then people are doing reaction videos of what they purchased.
Well, a lot of the EA game changers themselves, when they do their own, loot box openings, they have the systems rated in their favor for that.
Right.
It's just a ploy to get people to buy loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's something that's like trending a lot lately too, like especially with Pokemon cards. People just go on stream, they buy a bunch of booster packs, they try to open them,
Pokemon cards
see
have always been a
what
thing.
rare ones, but it's becoming more of a mainstream thing recently, like on Twitch and everything.
I think the COVID stuff has to do with that too. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like people are getting bored. Like in
Yeah.
all honesty,
Yeah,
like there's not a
yeah.
lot of stuff coming out, or so people are trying to find different like hobbies to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I feel like that's one of them, because even the Funko Pop store that I go to, that Frank knows of in Fremont, SNA Collectibles, they used to be so focused on their pops and everything, but recently they've been doing a lot of the training cards like Pokemon
Mhm.
and baseball players and all that stuff. They never used to do like showcase them on their Instagram as much as they do now, but just recently they started doing the Pokemon ones too, which I'm like, oh, I mean that's fine, but it's just like it's the hype right now,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then moving on to second place in worst company ever, Activision Blizzard.
You said these topics were gonna be fun.
I mean, we're laughing.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
Activision Blizzard just came off of their best fiscal year to date, their most profitable year as of yet, and they celebrated that by firing nearly 200 people.
It's one. Oh, didn't they get a $200 gift card though?
They got a $200 gift card for BattleNet, which is Blizzard's
So they
like,
just get the money back.
launcher.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
Yeah.
That's the way that
And-
here you go, you get fake money.
And
they can only
the
use for
thing
us.
is that's PC only, right? Like you play through BattleNet when you're
Yeah.
playing Overwatch online,
Mm.
but to log into BattleNet and to get that fund or those funds, it has to be PC only. So it's like, what about the people who don't have PCs?
Oh.
They're out that $200. It's like you just give them a better severance. And it's like if I got fired for like some BS reason like that, and they were like, "Here's a gift card," I'm not gonna do that. Like I don't even want to like play your games anymore. You just fired me.
Yeah, when you just
You
had
know?
your best physical year,
Mhm.
So
Yeah, and these aren't just
Damn.
from one division; it's across the entire company.
oh,
These people.
Yeah.
good thing Destiny left
Well,
while they
their
did.
CEO, whatever his name, Bobby Kotick, where I think that's something close to it. Whatever
Mm-hmm.
gets
Man,
$200 million bonus. So
greed.
Mm-hmm.
So who do you-
how many people did they fire?
190,
Yeah.
nearly 200. Yeah.
So that's $1 million per person almost
Yeah.
that he got
Mm-hmm.
for firing them, and it's like that's BS.
That's yeah, because I remember when I was in school at Academy or University, my teacher was telling me that that they do internships at Activision and Blizzard since it's nearby. It's in a school based in San Francisco for game development. And I remember when he told me that, I was like, I don't want to work for Activision or Blizzard. That sounds horrible.
But your Overwatch, Mark.
That's my guilty pleasure at this point. That's probably the only thing I'd play to support like that Blizzard, until Diablo 4 comes out. But anyway,
It's not coming out. Diablo Immortal on the phone.
no.
We all got phones.
No, I want Diablo console. Diablo 4. I want it on console, not
With
on a
Rod
phone.
Ferguson.
Just like
Helming
Double
it.
Dash.
Huh?
With Rod Ferguson helming it too. Do you know who he is, Mark?
No, I don't.
He was the lead on Gears 4 and 5, and he helped with Cliff Bleszinski on Gears 1 through 3.
Oh, well, then I'm
He was
excited.
like one of the co-creators of Gears of War,
Oh, well, then I'm excited
I
then.
think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the voice of
Ooh.
Marcus, isn't he?
No, that's John DiMaggio.
John DiMaggio.
Jake the
Overwatch
dog.
2 and Diablo 4. Those are the only games I'm really excited for on that on that front. But Overwatch 2, I'm more
Overwatch
like,
2 is just a DLC.
I'm
And
more
Diablo
reserved.
4 is never coming out. So
it's coming out.
it's not.
It's gonna come out with Double Dash 2.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Double
No.
Dash is never gonna be a thing.
Shut up, Phil.
Yeah, well, let's move
Just
on
kidding,
to the next
Phil.
topic. Games we are looking forward to
Halo Infinite.
that actually are coming out. Yes.
Halo Infinite.
Yes.
I'm
Alright.
excited for that. I'm excited for was it Back for Blood? That
Yep.
got delayed.
That
you
just got
said?
delayed till
Yeah.
October.
My poor heart can't take these delays anymore.
No.
Everything I'm looking forward to gets delayed.
Last year, COVID really screwed things up working from home.
Oh my goodness.
Major delays.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
If it wasn't for COVID, we'd have a Halo Infinite now.
probably. Yeah, dying inside
Yeah,
for Halo Infinite.
I know. Oh my gosh. I mean, Outriders is coming out at least in like a week, so that I'm hoping that will like help with like the game, like no game fatigue. Basically, there's like no games out right
Well,
now.
usually this time of year there is very little games coming out.
I know,
so-
but usually you have the holiday season to kind of like get you through the summer, but we didn't have nothing. We had Cyberpunk, which was a debacle, and then we had
it was still a fun
Cold
game to
War,
play.
which
It was
is
still a good
still
game.
having like a lot of glitches.
Well, Cold War, it's Call of Duty. I mean, Modern Warfare was better. Still is better.
I like Cold War.
Cold War sucks.
Destiny had their
Destiny
expansion.
sucks too.
Yeah, Destiny's doing
Yeah,
better.
Destiny had their de-expansion and they fucking deleted half the game.
That's funny.
So I have 3 big ones. My first, I think it's coming in May, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
Oh,
I can't wait to dive back into Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect.
I think I've never really played Mass Effect,
You should
but I'm gonna do it with that
you
one
should
that
get
comes
it.
out. Yeah.
Those games are great. Mass Effect 2 is considered the best one of all time. I've only played Mass Effect 1 and 3 though. I haven't played 2.
Oof.
Yeah, I
Um,
heard 3 had a really crappy ending where
yeah,
none of
it
your
did.
choices mattered. It's
Yeah.
just
Aw.
what color you like the best.
It
What?
did. It was because it was rushed.
Oh.
And then they added a DLC after Mass Effect 3 that kind of quote unquote fixed it.
Hmm.
But that's going to be part of Mass Effect 3 in the remaster. So that'll be good. Second one is Gotham Knights, and that just got delayed
yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, that one looked cool.
That
I'm
delayed
looking
that was
forward.
the most recent delay.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that too whenever that does come out. And
Dibs on
then
Red Hood. I just want to call it out right now.
hey, I
Record
already
it.
put it in the group chat. I called dibs on Batgirl.
Yeah, I got Red Hood.
Blackwing.
Oh,
You get Robin.
oh,
which
Damian Wayne's
Robin?
cool. I think it's Damian Wayne, right?
Is it Damien?
They have Nightwing, Dick
Well,
Grayson.
it depends which Robin. Because if Dick Grayson's in it, he's probably going to be Nightwing.
No, he's Nightwing for
Okay,
sure. And then they
yeah.
have Batgirl, and then they
And
have
Red Hood,
Jason
so
Todd.
Jason Todd, he died and became Red Hood already. So
I think it's
either-
Damian.
You think it's Damien?
Is it
No,
Damien?
it looks like Damian.
Yeah, I
it's
think
like
it is.
I mean, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
They can't
Alright,
have.
okay.
They can't
Oh,
have
you're-
Jason
Oh,
Todd
okay,
be
we'll
like-
switch
No,
back, switch
no,
back.
Frank, you already called dibs on
Nightwing.
Nightwing.
Ah.
There's nothing not wrong with Nightwing.
It's only 2-player co-op.
I was rather hoping
What?
for Batgirl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
You serious?
Yes.
They have 4. Oh, that's a missed opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Hey, maybe with the delay, they'll be like, "Hey, never mind. We're doing 4 players now."
They
Well, you gotta
really
think about
should.
the game systems, the way it's designed, it's probably not meant. Because if you have 4 people in a game like that,
It's probably
playing the
you're probably
Arkham
gonna be
games-
overpowered.
1 person is already more than enough. You have 2 people now running around. 4 is just going to be
That'd
too
be so
easy.
fun.
Mhm.
No, make it harder. Make it like extremely harder when you have 4 people. Do it. Do
Yeah.
it now.
And then my third one is Far Cry 6. I don't know if it's coming this year, but
We don't
I'm-
know if anything's coming this year
Yeah.
at this point.
yeah, but I'm still excited for it.
Yeah,
you
Far
know.
Cry 6 just had a rumor the other day that it's going to be delayed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
mean,
wouldn't be surprised because it was kind of like they announced it and then they were like February 2021 and I was like, "What? No, there's no way." And then it got delayed until like June or something.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for that one. I enjoyed Far Cry 5 and I'm excited for Far Cry 6 just because it's going to be mostly in a city. And so I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of unique for Far Cry because it's usually like a
in the-
desolate
Yeah,
like,
I was going to say, isn't it
landscape."
like jungle or.
Yeah, the first one was an
island?
island.
Yeah.
The second one was Africa. The third one was another island.
Another island.
And then 4 was in the mountains
In
in
Nepal.
Nepal.
Oh, didn't they have Primal too, which is in the past?
Primal I actually really liked.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
I like.
Primal.
I wish they would do more with that because I like that premise.
Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is awesome. You should play that.
Oh God.
That's the retro 80s
Yeah.
one.
And then Far Cry 5, it was in Montana,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I played that one.
which is like the most civilized it's been, you know.
I had
'cause-
I
cheeseburger
really
as
doubted
a
that was
as a
civil.
pet.
The
yeah,
cult
and
was
they're
pretty
bringing the
uncivil.
pets back too
Yeah,
in Far Cry 6.
I had like grizzly bear as a
Or
pet.
Mark.
Yeah,
Mark,
cheeseburger.
You're like, I want to finish that. I got to finish that game.
I haven't finished it, but I played it a lot. I did the mountain oyster mission.
Mhm.
You have to harvest the bull
Yeah,
testicles.
with the guy who's like,
Yeah. And then at the very end of that mission, you start partying and eating the testicles and stuff. It was
Mhm.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for those games. Obviously Halo Infinite, but I'm not. I wouldn't say
you're excited for Halo Infinite.
I'm excited
Been
for
doing
it.
nothing but shitting on the game.
I'm excited for it, but I'm like cautiously optimistic, even though everything that they've come out and said is good.
Yeah, that's bullshit. You're not optimistic at all.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
not.
I'm not expecting it to be out of this world, but I'm hoping to enjoy it. And I know I'm gonna give you guys the room to talk about it because I know you guys are all Halo fans more than me. But I am excited to see what they do with it.
All right, Mark, moving on.
What? Well, I was Frank.
All right, so like my upcoming games that I'm excited for.
Tell us.
Resident Evil Village.
Resident Evil Village.
Yes. I played the demo. It looks like I'm not into horror games, but it's a little interesting for me.
Well, translation: Frank saw sexy vampire lady and he was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, it was like 9 feet tall.
Big titty maiden. Yes, I did.
I'm actually kind of interested in it because when Resident Evil 2 Remake came out, I was like, this looks kind of cool, you know? And then I saw all the reviews and everyone was giving it like rave reviews, and I was like, I might play that. And then Resident Evil 3 Remake came out, and it was like they weren't too hot on it. And then people have been getting back into Resident Evil 7 lately, and people have been like, oh yeah, it's pretty good. And I'm like, should I just dive into Resident Evil? Like 7 and 2 Remake and 3 Remake? And I'm like, I kind of want to, but...
No, you got to start with 4. Resident Evil 4 was
but
the best
it's so
one.
old, though.
They should make a remake of that one, or of
They
Resident
probably
Evil 4.
will.
I just want... They should just do the Resident Evil 2 style for the whole series, like 1 through 6.
Right.
And then I would play it. But
Well-
I'm just like, I kind of want to dive into
Well,
it.
I played Resident Evil 5 when I had the Xbox 360. That was
Mhm.
my favorite game, but then really, I was looking at all the ratings and like top Resident Evil games. It was like the last.
Isn't that the
last
last
place.
one?
So I was like,
Older?
It was better
Yeah.
than 6, though.
True. But that's one of my upcoming games. Arkham Knights, you already guys said. But and then, like I said, when Halo Infinite comes, I'm ready to go back to Xbox.
You already are coming back to Xbox. Ain't nothing to play on PlayStation.
True. and
But,
then I gotta buy the games, and then I already have the games on the Xbox.
Just tell Angel to buy them. Remember, you guys are file sharing.
I know.
That was
that
a fun
heifer's
story.
That was funny.
But that heifer's buying card parts.
Oh God.
All right. Well, Phil, what games are you looking forward to?
My games I'm looking forward to are Halo Infinite, obviously, and Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Obviously,
for
you
you.
guys.
Wait.
You guys
Hold up.
know.
Which Pokemon? There's like 3 new Pokemon games coming out
The remake, of course.
of Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah.
What about Snap?
No, I'm not gonna play that.
Snap's coming next month, you know.
Oh yeah, that is
I'm
coming.
not playing
huh?
that.
You're not playing that. What about Arceus?
That one actually looks interesting. I might play that.
I need more.
Still, we haven't seen anything
Yeah.
or heard
Yeah, I
anything
know.
about it.
It's just a Breath of the Wild mod to me.
Oh man, that's funny. Oh God. Yeah, I think Halo Infinite goes without saying. I'm super excited. Me and Felix have been playing like Halo Wars 2, and we're just getting overly hyped about it because we keep hearing the music and seeing the art style that Halo Wars 2 had for the Banished and everything, and we're just like,
You guys don't stop talking about it. It's
Mark,
like
I
every
It's
day.
hard to stop
I am
talking
the
about
biggest
it.
Halo fan in the world, and I am dying inside just waiting for this game.
I can't wait.
It-
I'm a
it-
little disappointed by non-playable elites.
I'm fine with that.
And the dual wielding, I feel
I'm
like
fine
they
with
should have.
Dual wielding just is bad. It's good without.
No, I liked it though.
No,
it
it
was
just
cool.
makes the weapons worse.
I loved it. I love the dual.
The
wielding.
only thing,
I love
the
the
only
elites.
reason people like dual wielding because it was cool. It's not
Exactly,
viable
it's
in any
cool.
way.
It's cool. Let us have it.
And aren't they
Yeah.
replacing the shotgun, too? With, like, a different shotgun?
Yeah, they're adding a new shotgun.
But aren't they taking out the old one?
Yeah, it's
Well,
not
they
in
kind of
there.
already did that with Halo 4.
I'm perfectly fine with that. They
didn't
need
have,
to
like, the same
expand
design.
the weapons in the universe. Like,
like-
you really expect the humans to have one shotgun? No.
Yeah, like the assault rifle.
Mm-hmm. I am
Looks the same.
perfectly fine with them taking out the classic shotgun and adding a new one.
Yeah,
To
like
expand
or
the
just have
arsenal,
like a mix of the new and the old. Well, I don't see
because
why
in
you
the
can't do
universe,
that.
in the books, there's already multiple different kinds of guns.
And then
It's like they just need to add it in the games and show it.
another game I'm excited for is I mean it's already out, but it's not on Xbox. Is Fall Guys. I feel like we would have a lot of fun with that.
Because they added the Godzilla skin.
Yeah.
I'm biased about that because they added the burning Godzilla skin, and I'm just like, ooh.
That's the only reason why you want
No,
it.
I think it'd be fun for all of us to play. It'd be funny.
I do think it's fun when the trailer
Thank
first
you.
came out for that game at E3. I was like, that looks awesome.
That
looks
would be
so
fun to play with all of us.
And then they're like coming to PlayStation, PC, and I was like, oh no.
And it's coming to Xbox like in June or July or
Mhm.
something like that, which
Soon.
is sad.
Yeah, they said summer.
And then Among Us on console is not what I'm excited for as my top 3, but that's also coming soon, so that's going to be cool. And then a third game, I think I would have to say Back 4 Blood. Only because I loved Left 4 Dead, and it's the same studio doing it, and I'm pretty excited. I mean, it kind of is probably gonna follow the same formula a little bit, but as long as they add like upgrades and like customization and stuff like that, not like crazy, but like, you know what I mean?
And there's more special infected too.
Yeah,
More diverse kind
like
of
huge, big
enemies,
ol' yeah. And it would be really cool if they did like a Left 4 Dead, like map pack.
Mhm.
You know, where they have like a skin for all the infected to look like the old school like Left 4 Dead zombies.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. I feel like that'd be really cool. But those are the three
I'm really excited for that might surprise you is Tunic. I remember this game. They showed it off.
You've
at
been
E3.
talking about this game
Yes.
for years now.
Yes,
But the thing is, you don't like Legend of Zelda, and it's exactly
yeah,
like
and-
Legend of Zelda.
I know.
So wait, why are you?
Zelda's stupid.
Is it because it's a fox?
Yeah, I like the art style. In
Oh
this
my
game.
god!
And the puzzles. I'm looking. I'm
Legend
looking
of
forward
Zelda
to it.
has that too.
No, Legend of Zelda sucks.
Just play Link's Awakening on Switch.
He's not.
No.
He's
It's-
not
it's
The
gonna be-
only
you would
very
probably have
Legend of
to.
similar.
Zelda game I ever thought about playing is Breath of the Wild.
You'd probably have to buy that one for him to actually play it.
I have it on my Switch. I could let you borrow my Switch.
No.
That's like pulling off an arm for Felix.
Yeah, well,
For him
I
to
am.
play that.
I
That's
am
like-
excited for Tunic.
That's like getting me to buy a like normal Mario Kart. Want Double Dash 2.
We can make some deals happen.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
true,
guys should
huh?
get Crash Team Racing and play with me.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, well, I'll get the Hot Wheels game that's coming
Hot
out.
Wheels?
That
Hot
one looks
Wheels.
cool.
That one looks kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah, that
I
one
hope
looks
there's a
like,
track builder.
That would be really
Yeah,
cool.
because we're track.
I feel like that game is like very like nutty. You know what I mean? Like,
is-
and it's Hot Wheels. I think it'd be really cool if they had like all the Hot Wheels, like the Razor Crest.
Mm-hmm.
They even have a Baby Yoda like Hot Wheel in his pod.
Really?
Yeah, I think that'd be really cool just to have like a Grogu going like 90 miles an hour.
And then he
Well,
goes,
Yeah.
We could play Dirt 5 because I said the other day, like I was thinking we should all install Forza again because we never really played it much.
I installed
I'm not a huge-
Forza 4 and I also
I'm
installed
a huge
Dirt
fan of
Dirt
that
5.
one. I suck at driving games, man. That's my Achilles heel. I suck at that.
Fun note: playing GTA 5, we would
God.
our favorite game mode was races. The only one who hated it was Mark, simply because Mark was just horrible at every single race. Didn't matter if it was a normal race on a regular road or the extreme ones with the tracks. It doesn't matter. Mark would fail horribly,
Yep.
and it was the same in Forza.
I think I won in GTA racing once. Just once out of the whole time GTA 5 has been out. I've won one race.
And we were in slow cars too.
Yeah, we were in very slow
That's
cars.
one of the reasons why I want to get into Forza again, or
Hey,
Dirt.
I downloaded it and I also downloaded Dirt 5 because I was looking at that too.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll download Dirt 5 then. I'll do
Dirt
Dirt 5 just because it's different.
Do both, because you can mess with the control scheme on Forza. You can control it, or you can put settings to make it super easy.
Oh no,
to
I did.
control.
I remember you told me about it, and I switched it to the settings that Cody had. I still sucked.
Well, you can switch them to settings that are different.
I know.
You could look
I
up
think-
like beginner settings.
I think the only reason why I get Forza 5 was
4.
it 4?
Forza
Yeah, it's
Horizon.
Forza
Because I had-
Horizon
It's a
4.
Hor-
Because they
Horizon
had
series.
the Halo mode.
Mm-hmm.
They had
That's
the
the
Halo
only
track.
reason why I loved that game is because they had the Halo track, and then the Pelican was flying with you, and then you had the music going.
Yeah, we can race warthogs if you want.
See,
Oh,
the
man.
thing that's also awesome about Game Pass is you're paying this subscription, you're getting all these games, and it gives the developers room to make really fun and inventive DLC too, like the Forza DLC, the Lego one.
Oh gosh.
I'm really considering buying that and playing it because it just looks very silly, very fun. You get to play it in little race, little Lego cars. In a little
So if
Lego
you
world.
crash, does it break?
Huh?
If you crash into a wall, does it break?
I don't know.
I think it does.
It should.
It should, yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
already in regular Forza, the cars will get damaged, so I'm pretty sure it'll break.
That'd be
off
cool.
the
Yeah,
Lego pieces.
there's a setting where you can set your damage setting. You can have realism, you could have cosmetic, and then you could have no damage. So I'm pretty sure you could do the realism damage on the Lego and pieces will fall off.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do that or not, though.
Yeah, because speaking of Game Pass, we actually started playing Dead by Daylight because of that,
Yeah.
which has been surprisingly very fun.
I knew it would for our group.
Yeah.
I was chanting for it for 2 weeks. I was like, we should all install it. And then like we finally started playing it, and then now we're all buying killers, DLC like characters and stuff. Phil secretly bought 2 and he's trying to be sly.
No, I only bought one.
Yeah,
I bought
Phil
2.
is surprisingly the best at it. Very good.
Yeah, level almost 50.
No, I'm not.
Jesus.
It's 39. 39. I'm not.
Almost
it's not
50.
Yeah,
almost
for the
50.
rest of us,
I know,
we're like level 1 and 2.
9. I'm like level 9. But like you're the only one in the double digits.
Yeah.
I love the twins.
You actually get into character too.
That's been very fun. Mark's favorite killer so far has been these twins, where it's some dude who pops out a little midget.
Comes
That
out of my chest
is
cavity.
complete just bullshit, because the little midget makes no sounds whatsoever, and it sneaks up on you.
And it can
makes a
pounce.
sound.
It does not.
It goes.
Yeah, very quietly. You can't hear it over the giant
No.
engines you're trying to fix.
It goes,
Yeah, that's very silent. You can't hear it.
I can
oh, you can hear it, and you can hear it go like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it
Oh,
skitters.
That's the worst
creepiest
part.
Yeah, that's the creepiest part.
especially with like the surround sound the headset that I
Yeah.
have. I could hear it behind me, and then I go no, and then I try to run. Like you were the first time you played as that killer. You found me right away, and I was like, "No, what is that? What
Yeah,
is that?"
that was so
funny, 'cause
funny.
We were like, "What killer is Mark?" Because Mark's like, "I bought a killer." And we're like, "What killer is it?" And I'm fixing an engine, and across the map, I see Cody start running. He's like, "Holy shit, what the hell?"
Yeah, he's
And
like,
then
"What is that?"
And I'm like, "Holy crap!" Cody's like, "What the hell is this? It's on me!" And I'm watching Cody run around the map with a little midget hanging on his back, eating his neck or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the funniest
Hey,
thing
he's
ever.
not a midget. He has a name. His name's Victor.
And-
That's
Little
a
Victor.
legitimate name for him too. It's Victor. It's just funny.
Yeah, it's in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I claim Mark's killer is OP, and Mark at the same time claims mine is OP.
Yours is OP.
Yours is
Mine is
OP.
not OP.
Yours is OP.
I wouldn't say it's OP, but it has room to be really like BS.
No,
You
It
have
is
you have the best range.
It is no
out of
more
all the
BS
killers.
than any other killer.
You have range.
I have range.
Hey, the chainsaw guy that I play as has range. I just suck at the chainsaw
The
part.
hillbilly?
Chainsaw guy's not,
The
not
hillbilly?
hard. You just go to the right. You
I,
can't turn.
I remember
Yeah.
when Frank juked you that one day.
Oh yeah,
That was
It's
funny.
fun being
That
a killer
was
chasing
irritating.
Frank, because Frank, for some reason, is always the first to be found, and it is
Yeah.
the funniest thing in the world.
Like,
Yeah.
When I get in, I just turn in a corner. Oh, I'm already dead.
Yeah. That's
And
funny.
it's just hilarious. And every time we're chasing Frank, Frank's all, "Watch this! I'm gonna juke him." And it's not even a juke. Frank will stop running, turn around, and run at the killer. And goes,
Yeah,
Frank, what are you
run
doing? He's
straight
all,
into the
"I tried to
killer."
juke him." I was like, what? That's not a juke, Frank.
A juke is like you're looking like you're going right, but you go left instead.
Yeah, and explain Cody's position when I tried to juke him for the first time. Actually,
that's because I got stuck on a corner, and you
You were not stuck on a corner.
and
were
you jumped
full flame.
over that little corner,
Ooh, the truth comes out.
really? Well,
and then you ran behind me, and then they were like, "He juked him! He juked him!" And I was
well,
just like,
technically, the hillbilly
got
charges, so it charges, and then it goes. You can't control it. It has to
"Yeah."
go straight.
I charged, and then I hit the wall, and then I did like the kind of thing.
Well, it was
where
kind of cool
slows
because
down
I
and
was
you
like,
can't
I'm
move.
gonna get killed, so I'm gonna turn left, and,
Yeah,
and
Frank
it worked.
pulled off an actual juke. Cody
Yeah.
starts off the chainsaw and starts charging down straight at Cody, and Frank, the last second, actually jukes him for reals. And we were all just dumbfounded, like, what?
I think I was
Frank actually pulled
spectating.
off
I was
pulled off a
already
juke,
dead. Yeah, and then I was like, oh snap! Frank just did the actual juke.
Yeah. A real juke. And Frank was all happy, and you hear Cody going, "God dang it!"
Yeah. Phil's a little weasel in that game.
Yeah, I get in real character. I get in character.
He gets possessed with that character too.
Yeah, like I said, Phil is the best at that.
I think Oni's pretty overpowered too.
Oni's pretty good.
Can be.
Oni's powerful.
I like the transformation that he does because then you guys all. Like, I remember the first time I transformed, I remember Felix going, "Oh crap, he's huge."
Yeah, because I was hiding behind a little box and I saw Mark out of nowhere go, "Hurrah!" And he pulls out the
Big
giant
old club,
Kanabo,
yeah.
and he starts slamming. It's called a Kanabo. It's a
Oh,
weapon.
Kanabo.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Felix.
he
Fun
starts slamming
fact.
it on the ground, and I was like, "What the hell?" And he starts glowing red. I'm like, "Oh my god!" That Mark's all, "Hurrah!"
Yeah, I was like, "I'm coming for you."
I think he was chasing me at the time when that
Yeah,
happened.
I was chasing Phil, and then I clubbed him.
Mhm.
Oh, that's funny. We should play tonight.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I want to.
I think we've been going for a good while now.
Okay.
All right. So
So we're gonna wrap it up.
yeah, Frank and Mark, I hear you guys got something you want to tell the
Yeah, I
viewers
don't
here.
know if mostly some of the audience have seen my Instagram post a couple days ago. I recently bought the 4K version of Godzilla, and it comes with a free digital code. And I was going to announce it today on the podcast, but we got even bigger news. Mark, do you want to explain the bigger
Yeah.
news?
So we don't only have the 4K version of Godzilla 2014. We have 2 copies of that code, and we also have Kong Skull Island and King of the Monsters codes going up too. And the way to win those is listen to this episode, like, share to at least 3 people, and then just show us some proof. You could do the hashtag Shenanigamers reward. Just let us know, and yeah, and we'll do a raffle. We'll probably do a raffle on Godzilla vs. Kong's release.
I was thinking like maybe Sunday so they can catch up to what movie they haven't seen yet, or we could do that if you want.
Yeah, we'll do whichever. We'll probably announce more details later today.
Yeah, so just keep on, looking at our Instagram updates, even Shenanigamers Podcast, Instagram and Twitter too. Like we said, this is like our first giveaway.
Yeah, so
for
bear
thank you
with
for
us.
thank you guys for
Yeah.
listening to our podcast and promoting Godzilla vs. Kong. It's coming out within the next couple days.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, just watch for a post on the Shenanigamers Insta and Twitter, and then details will be in the description for that. And yeah,
All right. Yeah. So thank you everybody for listening today. You can listen to us on Anchor, YouTube. So thank you. Shenanigamers Podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you had fun.
Yeah.
I'm Felix.
I'm Cody. Thank you for listening.
I'm Frank.
Philly here.
and Mart, also thank you for listening.
All right. Hope you guys have a great day or night, whenever you're listening to this. Yeah. Just be great.
Yeah, just be great in general.
You be you.
All right. Thank you guys.